Welcome to episode 3, guys. There's nowhere to hide from the wind out here. Badass. Let's do that again. Okay guys, we got a break in the wind here for a second, so I'm going to do my intro. What I love about YouTube is that you don't have to be perfect, and it's good because this is the loudest skate park I have ever filmed at before in my life. I'm at the 9th Street DIY Park in Canton, Ohio. Yesterday I was out here, I skated till I puked, I was absolutely dead. A lot of my footage got scrapped because it was so windy it kept blowing my camera over. I did get a little bit though, so we're gonna cut to that footage right now. It's amazing how on film it doesn't look like I'm pushing very hard, but you'll see by the end I was dead. Enjoy this episode and I'll see you guys later. Peace. All right guys, what's up? Episode 3, 9th Street Shit. Take 2. All right guys, what's up? Episode 3, 9th Street DIY Park in Canton, Ohio. Let's get it on.
Feeling so angry, cause nothing is going right. You're searching for something that you can call your own. You're thinking it's hopeless, keep pushing beyond the pain. Things aren't always as they appear to be. I know that you're lost out there, and it seems you're all alone. When you fall, start to crawl, pick yourself up even though it hurts, then stand strong, run till you fly, and reach up till you touch the sky. It seems like it's wasted, your life is passing by. All you've been wanting is a place to go. I know you're thinking it can't get any worse than this, but there is always hope.
Damn, see, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's why I bring both of my boards with me. This one is going up. So far, I've hit about every pebble and rock and crack into place. Those might actually be kind of fun.
Don't think you're the only one, 'cause you are not alone. When you fall, just start to crawl, pick yourself up even though it hurts, and stand strong.
That's more like it, man. These G-bones, you can roll right over these cracks for the most part. This thing back here is a perfect example of starting small and working up. I mean, this thing looks small probably looks tiny to you guys, but the grade is so steep on it. Like, I can get up that high on the quarter pipe over here. But this is a perfect example of what you think you're going to be doing, and then it slaps you right in the face. I thought I was just going to do this a couple times and then be up there grinding, and it's not happening, man. Whew. God, I'm beat. Alright, that's it. I'm dead. Oh my God. It's hot. I am absolutely bushed. I'm trying to make my rounds to each of these parks on a regular basis and get more used to each one of them, to give myself a variety of what I'm skating, and because it challenges me. It challenges me to push myself and learn different things. I want you to watch this. I want to talk about the different kinds of pains associated with being a older, fat skater and returning to skating after so many years. Everybody knows you can get hurt skateboarding. Everybody knows you can fall, you can break bones, you can twist things. But over the past year, I have experienced so many little pains and aches associated with skateboarding that are not related to falling. Remember, when I returned to skateboarding, I was almost 400 pounds, I was 41 years old, and I hadn't been on a board in about 23 years. So I don't know if any of this will relate to someone who was returning to skating basically in shape, but this is how it's been for me. Let's run over some of these. The first pain I experienced was in the soles of my feet. Now this was definitely due to the fact that I was now wearing Vans with a very thin sole, where I was used to wearing things like Adidas Bounce and Nike Shocks. I eventually went out and bought a pair of Dr. Scholl's inserts, which solved the problem, but until then, my feet were basically in excruciating pain, and when I would skate, every crack and crevice I hit, I would feel all the way up my legs. The next to hit was my calves and my shins. My ankles got a little bit of it, but from balancing on the board, this big, almost 400-pound body, the muscles in my shins and my calves were just absolutely killing me. This was just something that eventually worked itself out the more I skated. You know, a skateboard has trucks which allow that board to basically wobble back and forth so you can control turning. But even when you're not turning, you still have to balance yourself on that wobbling board. And it puts so much pressure on those muscles of your calves and shins. I'm not really trying to rate any of these, but I would have to say the second worst pain I've experienced was in my left calf individually. I skate goofy, that means with my right foot on the board and my left foot pushing. So all the stretching on my left calf from pushing with my left foot was so excruciating until I got used to it. In fact, last year when I did episode 23 of Skater Diet, it was pouring down rain. I was skating at a tennis court, and this is actually one of my very favorite episodes, and it hardly has any views. So go watch it after you're done with this episode. But almost the whole thing is in slow motion, because at this time, my left calf was in so much excruciating pain, I could barely stand to push. I just got in enough skating to complete the video by slowing it down. Well, you will see, but the music that I used in this video, along with the rain, it turned out perfect. It turned out to be one of my very favorite episodes ever, but it was one of the most painful episodes ever. And again, this was just something that my body had to get used to. I had to get used to pushing and that muscle stretching all the time. Sticking with the left foot, the number one worst pain I have experienced related to just regular body mechanics of skateboarding was in my left heel. Not the bottom, the back, where the bone meets the muscle. This was directly from overworking that muscle in pushing so hard when I was skating and following it up with a heavy session on the treadmill. I wanted to get under 300 pounds so bad that I was just really pushing the envelope. I'm happy to say that I did get under 300 pounds. I weighed in at 299, but in the process, I tore that muscle. I couldn't walk for 3 days. I had to use a walker to get around, and then I started doing stretches and massage techniques, and it allowed me to be able to walk around. But this was almost 7 months ago, and I can still feel the pain. Obviously, it's not half as bad. I am back out skating now, and the more stretching I do, the better it gets. But I probably still have another 6 months until it's completely healed. It's just been crazy. Now, there's one more big one I want to talk about, but before we get to that, I do want to say that if you're going to start skating or start back skating, you can definitely expect to feel the kind of things that I have been describing so far. These are the major things, but I can tell you that every muscle in your body will hurt at some time, just from the body mechanics of skateboarding. Your quadriceps, your butt, your shoulders, biceps, triceps, forearms, everything else you never really thought you would use to push and ride a skateboard will hurt at some point while you are getting used to it. Now, the last one I want to talk about specifically is my back. My back has hurt pretty much the whole time in one location or the other. This has been from all the general movements of skateboarding. When you're pushing a skateboard, you're twisting. When you're trying to get up on a ramp, you're thrusting. When you're trying to kick turn on a ramp, you're twisting your body. Everything you do in skateboarding is twisting and thrusting and pushing, and it all comes from your back. The worst pain I've experienced in my back through this is when I was trying to get up this steep concrete bank that I had to thrust so hard and twist, and I really wrenched my lower back. It took about 2 weeks to get over that pain, but I felt it from my waist all the way up to my neck, and my girlfriend was ready to kill me. I kept insisting it was getting better, and she kept insisting I needed to go to the hospital. Needless to say, I did not end up in the hospital, and I have been back out skating now several times, hitting ramps, getting higher on the transitions, and just having a great time. All the pain in my back is gone, and I feel great.